What up? What's up, guys? It's Bishop here with a new video for you. Now, I've been moving a lot of stuff and going through a lot of old items of mine from when I was a kid, and some of them I would still enjoy to this day, and I'm really upset that they've been locked up for all these years. But to continue, I mentioned in a video that I made the other night that I was a weird kid. Growing up, like, just did strange things, and I want to encourage you in the comment section or make your own video of other weird kid things that maybe you did. So I don't feel alone, isolated out here by myself, but then also just to kind of make yourself vulnerable a little bit, laugh at yourself, but there's an enjoying feeling of what satisfied us, what, made us happy or whatever, because as a kid, you're not worried about work, you're not worried about finances, you're not worried about payments, or anything like that. You live every day like it's the last day, like, you love every single day, because that's all you kind of know. You don't worry about, tomorrow at work or whatever. And I found a box, so I was a big wrestling fan, right? WWF. And I'm not going to share everything in this box, but just for y'all's sake, I was the Intercontinental Champion. If you guys didn't know, I still carry the belt. So I've been the Intercontinental Champion since I was a kid. Just so you guys, if anyone out there thought they were the Intercontinental Champion, you're wrong. But I'm also the World Champion. Yep. And this one is Velcroed because we were too poor to buy actual belts, like the real WWF belts that came out that were like leather and stuff for kids that were like, $100. So we made our own out of cardboard paper, or poster board paper and Velcro. So ballin' bling bling. So excuse you if you thought you were the world champion or the Intercontinental Champion. Shame on you. I've had the belts this whole time. If you want to challenge me to a wrestling match and take them, it's on. Let me know when and where, and I'm there. But this isn't the weird kid stuff. In fact, I think this is kind of tight and creative. Shout out to my mom for the Velcro, right? But because this is tight. Like, I remember when friends would come over, I just had these out, like, yo, if you didn't see, what I'm saying. And my brother and I, we would wrestle for the belts, as we called them. But I got so jealous because he had them first, I made my own. So we kind of both shared championships. But something I would do is, look, the Undertaker. In case you didn't know who this guy was, Razor Ramon. Razor, look at that 6-pack, 8-pack, 12-pack, whatever. Look at the little squiggly. You remember his hair he used to have? Okay. And then, I'm trying to think, this is Bret Hart, blue. No, he didn't have blue and red. This might have just been an off guy that I would beat up. But I can't even tell by that chest. If you guys can, let me know. But what I would do, guys, and my favorite wrestler, by the way, in case you were curious, was Shawn Michaels. And that's, I think, a pretty accurate picture of him. There he is with his hair and his heart. Yeah, he's my favorite wrestler. But before I would get into what I would do, I just saw these old pictures. See? Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Psycho Sid. Or Sid Vicious, whatever he was called at the time. I think it was Psycho Sid. And then there's Shawn Michaels again. There. And then Bret the Hitman Hart with the sharpshooter. That's from an old magazine. I got a bunch of magazines in here. But this was my favorite. And I was OCD about anything happening to this or it getting ripped. That even opening it now, I'm very careful. But it was my first poster ever of Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels. And then on the other side was Razor. Scott Hall. Razor Ramon. Just absolutely Absolutely just was a weird kid. But what I would do with these guys, and what I would do with... Oh, I know who this is. I just found out. British Bulldog. I think he passed away, though, so rest in peace. But what I would do is, and how did I remember that? Because I would print out these cardboard cutouts from the back of the wrestler boxes. Now, I probably have 200 wrestler figures, but they've been opened, but none of them have been touched, scratched, not a nick on any of them. I should have kept them in the box, but I wasn't thinking finances at the time, right, of what they would be worth. So here's Mankind. There's Mankind there. And Farouk, I think. Farouk there. So what I would do, and I mean, I have I think hundreds of these guys as well. So this is Lex Luger and Jerry the King Lawyer. So, and I have all these figures, like actual figurines that normal kids will play with. But because I was so weird in my OCD, didn't want them to get scratched, because I envisioned one day, like when I get my own house or whatever, when I finish my basement, I would maybe set them up on the display. I don't know. But what I would do is I would use these instead to fight each other. So like British Bulldog taking a drop kick to the face or a leg drop. And you can see old Razor here. He's been torn up. But because these and the cardboard cutouts, they could get bent, and it wouldn't matter, because my actual figures that I would leave out on my shelves and show off wouldn't get hurt. So it's like Farouk against Mankind. Oh, he twisted his leg. Oh, no, he didn't. No, Farouk. 1, 2, 3, Farouk. Farouk just beat Mankind. Unreal. They haven't wrestled in years. But this box is full. There's Owen Hart card. Rest in peace, Owen Hart. He passed away. But it's just fun to reminisce on a lot of this stuff, just as from a kid's standpoint. Because as a kid, you're so innocent and free and fun and not worried about anything, and you kind of miss those days. And so if you guys have a story out there of when you were a kid, something similar, maybe to help me out so people don't think I'm as weird, feel free to type it below. If you liked wrestling, you want to get in an argument about who's better, Shawn Michaels or anyone else out there, I'll have that argument. Just kidding. But anyway, wait till you guys see one of my next videos I'm doing of going through old figurines of something I used to collect. Unbelievable. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Shout out to Brittany.